Hi everybody, welcome back. I thought I'd come on today and talk about my work a little bit, and it'll be about your work as well, you know. From my Concertina book, I just wanted to show you turning the pages of, I've got quite far through my book now, been working hard, and what I've found is that my work's slowly changing, it's shifting colour. And that was unexpected because I've been working on this colour behind me for quite a long while. But I do know that the colour that I used a lot of was this lovely orange that's in here. And I've used that a heck of a lot. And in the past, and I've sort of warmed that up more as a colour. And used it in my work, especially in watercolour work. And it's been quite interesting. I didn't realise how much my work was starting to change. So I'll just put the camera down and then I'll show you what I mean. So this is what I mean by the way that you can learn from your work. If you look, and I started off with this page. I really like this page, and this was the page that inspired me to do the bigger painting behind me, and the other one as well. I love this blue and this grey that's in here, and it was really standing out to me. And I was getting little bits of orange, putting them in here, in bits and in different places. I thought it was important to show those little areas, but try to make sure that they was very different. So that's a different shape to that is, and that's a different shape to that is, and that way it sends your eye around the picture, and those little tiny bits, they pop. So that was all good. And as you know, I've been concentrating on light and which direction, and obviously the light's coming in from this direction and from the photographs that I took. And again, the orange is in here. It's a bright orange here, look, and a little tiny tad of it here. And then this is more like a smear of orange, and the marks. And they've all come through like really, really nice. This page is more about the stenciling. I've got these stencils and I wanted to use these, and then I want to be able to glaze over the top of these. For those of you who don't know what glazing is, it's like just going over the top with a more of a watery thin colour, which means that when you go over the top, it gives you that feeling of like it's a glaze. I don't know whether I've got any bits in here where I have done that already, but I need to go back to that to be able to do it. And so like again, I could use this orange and water it down really big time, and then go across it perhaps with my catalyst, and just going right across it, or with a brush, but it has to be like really, really watered down, and so it's transparent. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's the next plan. You see the top part of this, I quite like this as well, because the top like this looks like it's almost like a shadow. And then of course I came across these marks, and I started to bring those in my work a lot more, and brought those into the painting as well. And this mark here, these two marks here with splatters on top, and then it's got like a wavy swoosh after it like there. But it's good because it can be used in different ways across here. And all it was, I'm just getting it now, it was a waterproof dye. I just got it from, I think it was from the work. Oh yes, it says it on it, look, and it was £5, but actually it wasn't. It was reduced down. It was only £2, and it makes like a really nice mark. And so I'll just show you. It's just literally like a stamp, and but it's really nice because it kind of gives you the outside edge, and then the inside edge is kind of like, it's almost like I've already sanded it back, so it does give a nice effect. So on a light area, if I was to do that down here on this light area, it really would make it stand out. So just do a little bit of it there. Can you see how that's made that stand out? So you have to look around. It's not just about materials. Ink pads are really, really good. And they're really good. The square ones are really good as well. That you can get, because they last forever, and you can just press them on your work wherever you want. Then you can see, look, this orange has come in, and I've sanded it back, and sanded it back on my paper because I knew I'd got a lot of layers, so it was okay to do that. And I'd put some collage in here, so I knew it was okay to sand back, and it was giving it a nice effect. And I'll try to think a little bit more about composition now, because I wanted this side to be dark and this side only to have a little bit. So it was an off balance composition, which I use all the time. I absolutely love the off balance composition. There's one that's very similar. I think they call it cantilever or something. But yes, I don't really know the names of them. And then in here there's some music notes. And again, what I did was I sanded it back so it came level. It came level with the painting as well. But I did it was a very, very gentle sanding, and I did it with the tiniest little bit. I'm just looking to see if I've got, there's the tiniest little bit of sandpaper. It's only as big as that. Here we are. Yeah, look. It's tiniest little bit. And gently, you have to really be gentle with, because this is paper. And you have to be really, really careful. But just sanding gently gives some lovely effects. I don't really want to take off big noggins because I've not got wood underneath. I've only got paper, so you have to do it very, very gentle, and it has to be very, very dry. I mean, a few days dry. Don't go and do that and it's not dry. Otherwise, you're just going to fetch a hole into your paper. A lot of people do anyway. I mean, this, at the end of the day, this is only like a playbook, isn't it? But it's turning out quite nice. Now, this one is the... You probably wouldn't believe this, but for me, this has been the best painting that I've ever done, because I finally found the creamy biscuit colour that I wanted that was here, and the splatters that I've done over the top and the mark making that I've done in it has been just what I've been looking for years, not just recently, for years. And I've found one or two marks that I liked as well. I love this spiral that goes out here like it's starting, it goes... Whether you can see it on there, it's very fine there, and then it comes out bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I did another little spiral of it here, and they all add to the marks. And again, in an off-balance composition, there was a larger dark area on this side, and some smaller ones, a smaller dark area on this side. Again, an off-balance composition. But the bottom part of this, really, this needs to only be like that and like that. This is still too big. It's still too similar to this. So I need to work into that. Just adding more light, or it might be a colour that I use, and I can just push that back a bit. A bit of white might push it back, perhaps here and everything. But what I love the most of all is like the way that the light is coming in on this one. I really like that. It's coming in from here, and it's coming in from here and from here. And when you're in the woods, this is what happens, isn't it? The light comes in from all different directions, and when you're walking, you can actually see the light where it's coming in, and the beams actually coming down. It's beautiful. And then look, it's changing again. The lighter areas that was here, I did something very similar on here, but as soon as you put some collage on it, you see, it starts to come forward. But this little piece here, I love it. So let me just get my... So if I was to put a frame over the top of this, now, over this little piece here, it's lovely, look. It's rich, it's dark, and this is another idea that you can do that from your sketchbooks. You can move your frame around and see what you've got. That's another nice composition there. Look, another off balance, dark on one side, and then just these little marks on this side. There, that's another nice one, and you can go through your book looking. That's a nice one. Look, you can see here. It makes it all, you know. And another idea is, if you weren't so precious about this, you could actually cut them out if you wanted, and you could frame them up and you could sell them, couldn't you? Put them in these slip pockets, and you know, you've got some nice little pictures. You know, you could cut them all up into nice little pictures like these. these were some old drip trees that I did, and then you can frame them up. So you know, you can cut out of your book. You haven't got to do. It hasn't got to be perfect. You know, you can cut out. You can add to it. You can do whatever it is that you want. But when you're looking through your books, I mean, like at your drips and things, and could you make them into trees? Would you want to make them into trees? Maybe not. But different kinds of compositions just from your drips, look. Can't show you there. There, look. Can you see? And then looking back, I think that's all there is in that. Looking back in here again, looking. That's a beautiful composition. Just look at that. I love that. Look, square, lovely square there. And obviously I wouldn't be able to use that if I wanted to sell that or anything, because it's in the middle of my book. That's the seam, you know. But you know, like, because these are concertina books, another good thing is they're always they're double. You get like 2 pages. They're double-sided, 2 layers. Not easy to show you. That's 1 layer, and then so each one has 2 layers. So even if you cut out 1 layer, you might still be able to use the other. So, but when you open out, you can see how the work has changed from there through to there. I'll do a little video at the end so that you can see the work, but it's changed from that beautiful blue, which I still love. It still gets to me, but because I fell upon this colour, I've been trying to find it for years, and I don't know why I didn't. And it's only white with a tiny bit of yellow ochre, but I warmed it up even more with adding more yellow ochre, and just getting the right consistency was what you know, that is what I wanted. But I must go back and fill in this and make this a little bit more, you know, where I've been at this one, where I've been experimenting more with stencils, and it's time to glaze over them, so it pushes the stencils back. And then, you know, and it unifies these as well. These need unifying, like with some marks or something like that. It might only be just something like my little stamp. Might only need something like this on top. Let's have a go. You see, that's made a difference already, because it's unified those. There was like a rectangle there, and a bit of a rectangle there. Well, although the different colours, they were very similar shapes, and having similar shapes and sizes is not good. We're looking for differences. So, like, although this blue is slightly the same, it's also very different because it comes right through, and this has only got a little bit of blue at the top here, and this is in between amount of blue. So that's what you need to be looking for in your paintings and things. I hope this has helped. I'll put a video on of the work, and as I said, I've been working through getting the light coming through here. This time it was coming through from the front, believe it or not, and this was almost a light on its own, you know. It was just blasting through, it was blazing through on this particular day. It would just look like fire in the trees, and that's what gave me this idea, you know. And here, the light coming in from all angles, you know. And if I wanted to put these as trees, I could, and make it into a painting, but at the moment I just like it as it is. This would, if I could have framed this one up, and I would have had to go at selling this one, because I just really love it. Or I'd even put it on my wall, because this is the one that's like been a turning point. And we all get as favourite paintings. Now to you this probably looks nothing, and you think, what? But when you look closely at it and things, there's a lot of work underneath there. I'll just see if I can show it yet. Lots of work underneath there, but unfortunately for me, it's in the centre of my book, and you know, so I could not, you know, the seams right down the middle. And I think to make 2 small paintings I wouldn't be able to, but I might be able to make 4 little ones like this. It doesn't do this justice, this doesn't, for me to show you really. I'm just trying to turn the camera down a bit more. You know, there's lots of different, that's something that's completely different. Look, different composition just there. My squiggly line, that would be good. Look, an off balance composition. Look, with my squiggly line coming down here, and then it's dark all on one side with that touch of blue in it. That's another nice composition. This one here, this is nice. And all these lovely dark areas here. You know, you can move things around to wherever you want. So out of this, although I might not get one big painting like here, or here, even if I did 2 little paintings here, I'm not sure that that would be what I want. So when I now get a bigger frame, broader frames are this width I like better. But this is just one I've got laying around that I use. I'd perhaps be able to just squeeze a little painting out of that. And yes, I really like that. And that probably would sell, to be fair. I'm not sure about that one. But it would be worth maybe doing the 2 and then they could, you know, match up. It's just what other people think then. But for me, in general, I love... Sorry, I'm just putting it back. I love that as a big painting. So I probably won't do anything with it. So yes, and I liked this as well, where this one that I did, again looking for composition, but this one it has a nice feel to it. I'm trying to get it to show it, yeah, not easy. Like there, it's perfect. It's perfect. So if you're looking for compositions in what you've been doing, that's how to do it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope it's helped you a little bit. So get yourself your little frame. Get yourself perhaps not this size frame, perhaps an A4 size. Don't think I've got one here to show you. No, so that's an A4 size, but again it's very thin. Yes, get in there and have a look and see what you've got, you know, see what you've got. And then you've got the big problem then of moving it all onto big sizes. So then you're coming out of your sketchbook then, and then onto your paintings. But you've got to take notes of the marks that you've made and things like that, haven't you? You know, you've got to think to yourself, oh, have I got everything that I need from that? And do I know how I made that mark? Do I know how I made that mark? Well, if you write on the back of your concertina book, you can, as you're going along, you can write, oh, I did this and I did that. I like this mark and I like that. My spiral, I waited till it was, you know, the paint was very wet and then just went into it and did the spiral. I don't actually like scratching into the paint in that effect, because I think, because everybody does it, it makes me think, But if you've got a decent tool, like say this tool here, when you scratch into it, it's a different tool, different shape and all things like that. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you all again soon. I'll leave a video in the bottom of the concertina book and everything, so as I go through it and then as I open it out. So have a go, and remember what I've said to you, get out there. When that sun comes out or when it warms up a bit, get out there, get these marks. How are you going to get these paintings is if you collect the marks and take the photographs like I said to you. All right, bye.